Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? And you might find this kind of funny. You see me with, what are these called again?
Fabric softener wipes.
Fabric softener wipes on my collar. Now, what I'm about to tell you, if anybody else would have told me, Astral would have been like, listen, you got to be lost your mind. But James, yesterday I was working on a customer's car, a new customer, and the gnats was bothering us like crazy. So James said, you know, I learned from an older guy that if you take the fabric softener wipes and you put them in your collar, they will, no gnats will bother you. It will stop us like this. I was like, yeah, right. So yesterday I tried it. Gnats were bothering me like crazy. I put them on and actually it works. It actually, I mean, wow, no gnats will bother me at all.
When I'm on the grass.
Yeah, when I'm on the grass. Because I'm going to do that in a heartbeat. Alright. What year is this again?
2004.
2004 Expedition. Customer's complaint is the vehicle is overheating. Now we're going to take this step-by-step process, and in case your Expedition is leaking or overheating, I'm going to show you how to check that out. And you can use this process on pretty much any kind of vehicle. Alright, the first thing you want to make sure you have is a pressure tester. You got to make sure that the system is not leaking any kind of antifreeze whatsoever. Alright, so let's get that. We'll get this set up, and you got to make sure the system is filled with antifreeze, and if it's got a leak and all, fill it up with water. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, the first thing we're going to do, we'll notice that the expansion tank is empty. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up with some water. I'm not going to use antifreeze because it doesn't make no sense in putting in antifreeze, and if it's leaking somewhere, then you got antifreeze all the ground. This water, we can replenish that, and then once we fix the leak, if we find the leak, we can drain the system out and then put antifreeze in it. So we have, the customer brought us some water here. So we're going to fill that up the best way possible, and once we fill that up, we're going to pressure test it. We'll be right back. Alright, that big blue bowl you saw of water, we put that in, and it's it's still low, so we got a ways to go. So this definitely took a lot. Now while the customer's gonna get some more water, now what you guys want to do is to go to Harbor Freight. This is where I got this kit from. It's an Astro Pneumatic pressure tester kit. Astro Pneumatic number 7858. And what this kit does, what it has a bunch of adapters for all kinds of vehicles, and that's to replace the radiator cap or the cap on the expansion tank, as in this case. Then we got the pump over there to push the pressure throughout the system. All right, while she's gone, what we're going to do is go over here and we'll take a look at our cap. We try to get an idea which one will be the same here. This one looks kind of fine threaded. Let's see if it's going to be the blue one or the purple. Alright, we'll find out which one of these fit, and I'll be right back. Alright, we got the system filled up. Now you can see here's the fall line. But when you doing a pressure test, it doesn't matter. Fill that up as much as you can. Actually, I can see it actually starting to drop already. So before we even do a pressure test, let's look up under the vehicles. We don't see nothing leaking. Nothing around the top of the engine. Ford has all these weird cooling lines going on right here. Don't see nothing leaking. All right, let's get the. Wow, this thing, you can see this thing went down even more. I better see a leak soon, because with that water going down that fast without me even a pressure test, I'm hoping it's not going inside the engine. And just to be sure here, what we're going to do, let's go over here and pull out the oil dipstick to make sure we don't have no antifreeze and water mixing. No, dipstick looks pretty clean. Wow, you see that? That thing is really going down. Let's fill this up and put the rest of the water in here. You know what? Let's stop just second guessing anything, and let's get this cap on. Now I noticed 2 caps will fit. Thought that was a leak right there, but maybe not. It's just a small spot. I don't see nothing else dripping from it. So, right, I noticed 2 caps fit here. The purple one and the brown. Let's try the purple one first. Alright, so what we're gonna do, let's take the cap, put the cap on, make sure it's nice and tight. Now you got this fitting right here, like an air hose. And what you want to do over here, you got this tool right here. It looks like a bicycle pump, an old style bicycle pump. And this part right here, so that it pushes back, that's going to go over here, snap on it there, pick it up, snap it on, locks into place. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to set you up on the camera stand, and what I do is pump this. It's like a bicycle pump, and this gauge is going to start going up. I'm going to try to get this gauge up to 15 psi, and then I just stop, and that gauge should stay held to let me know there's no leaks. If it starts dropping, that means it's leaking somewhere, and now I can go find exactly where that leak is coming from. Alright, so let's set you up on a jack, on the stand, camera stand, and we'll be right back. Alright, here we go. Take this like a pump, bring it back, and I'm going to keep going like this. And see, I'm leaking from around here, so I might have to change the adapter to something else. Or am I?
I did hear a little air. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, I hear some air.
Hey, let me get a rag. I'm gonna wipe around here because it looks like the water building up around the expansion tank. Oh no, I got one.
Oh, okay.
We notice a little water building up around the expansion tank right here. Alright, let me try another adapter so we can stop this thing from leaking, and we'll be right back. Alright, try that little brown adapter. As you can see, I'm starting to build up pressure already, but I want to go up to about 15. And it's weird, you can see the water actually start, because of the pressure, it starts pushing down into the system. Okay, we are held at just about 14 psi. We just sit here, watch the gauge. Then we're going to go around the vehicle to see if we see any kind of leaks. And so far nothing's on the ground. With that kind of leak, how much antifreeze was gone, we have to definitely see something. And our pressure is still holding. It's holding pretty good too. Alright, we're gonna look around the vehicle, look around the engine, the hoses and all. Check it out, and we'll be right back. Alright guys and girls, check this out. It dropped a little bit. Now, a few minutes ago, me and the customer was talking. I asked him a specific question, and you want to make sure you ask your customer, or ask yourself this really. I asked him, does the car run bad after it sets. Like for example, overnight, when she get out in the morning, does it run bad and then clear up? Yes, it does. So let me explain to you what's going on here. All right, let me set this camera up and I'll be right back. All right, check it out. This is how it is. This stuff works. But actually, the customer, he was up there messing with the gnats and all, so he put them on too. And it was like, it worked. Check this out. Well, anyway, once the vehicle is running, the system builds up pressure. That's all you guys know that. And if you don't know, now you know. Once you shut the vehicle off, it's either from the intake manifold gasket or more so the head gasket. The antifreeze will start leaking slowly into one of the cylinders. Slowly leaking. And what happens when you start it up the next morning or after so long? The engine starts running with a misfire. They said it starts blowing white smoke a little bit. And then after about 5 minutes so, it clears up. That's the indication that we got either it's more on the soft side, so to say, an intake manifold gasket, or more the other side of the spectrum, a head gasket. So what we're going to do, we're going to close this out, because what I'm going to do is go get a tester. We're going to test the head gasket and see if it's leaking. And the bad part about it, either way, the test is going to come out showing that it's carbon monoxide into the system, but we're going to try to get a better indication of what's going on. All right, if you have any questions or comments, be sure to put them in the comments in the section below, or email me at tim@astro. Wait a minute. That ain't my part to end the video. But let me back all that. Take all that back. All right, we're gonna let Sylvia end the video. We'll be right back. All right, before I disconnect this, if you got this tool, you gotta have a little button right up here, and what you're gonna do is keep pushing, hold that button in, and that releases the pressure into the system. And you want to keep doing that until that gauge gets down to 0. Because if you try to take that off with that pressure buildup, yeah, it's like a geyser. I did that before too. That thing was shooting up everywhere. All right, release it. Let me take off the cap. All right, now check this out. I just asked the customer, because you see he got a sheet like I do. So he said it didn't work for a little bit, but now it seems to be.
I think it's working now.
So we're gonna test it out. He only got one sheet, so one sheet works. I'm gonna cut it down to 1 because these things are expensive. All right, guys and girls, we'll be right back.
All right, so you guys just watched a video on how to diagnose an overheating problem on a 2004 Ford Expedition with a 2-wheel drive, and this is a 5.4. And in this situation, it ended up being the head gaskets leaking into the cylinder, correct?
That's right. Hey, remember that F-150 we had? We're doing the same thing.
Same thing.
It was the 4.6, but they're still the same engines.
Right. So anyway, that was it for that. And if you guys have any questions or comments, you can post them below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy at tim@astroautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. And you guys know it, if we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.